Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Christine, and this is a live chair yoga class with the group from Breast Friends here in Tigard, Oregon. If you would like more information about that, please see a link to their website down below in the description. Find yourself a sturdy, comfortable seat. And by sturdy, I mean one preferably without wheels on the bottom, which a lot of us have as we're working from home. So you want something that's not going to scoot out from underneath you, where you can have your feet planted firmly on the ground. And if you can be barefoot so you can really feel your feet on the ground, I recommend doing that. But if you're wearing shoes or socks or slippers even, feel free to be where you are and go with what you have. So let's just invite ourselves into the practice. 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the nose or mouth with a nice big sigh. 2 more times like that. And as you do that exhale, really just drop it like a weight you have been carrying all day. And then come back to breathing in and out through your nose. And close your eyes here if that feels comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. And just bring your inner awareness, your attention to the bottoms of your feet, on the support underneath them, to your sit bones as you're sitting in the chair, supported here, and to the palms of your hands resting down on your lap. These places where you're connected to the ground, where you're supported. This is what they mean when they say, let's get grounded. Just bringing your awareness to your current position, your current space, and the support you have can help you to be grounded. And then we're going to bring our 2 hands, one over the other, to the low belly. And see if you can invite the breath to expand into your belly and your hands as you inhale. And to gently soften inward towards your spine as you exhale. Invite the breath to fill up the belly. As you soften your shoulders away from your ears. And invite the base of your skull up towards the sky a little bit, so that you'll notice your chin tucks and your neck lengthens. And the next time you inhale, just count to yourself how many beats it takes to draw in that breath. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 10, if you're a real deep breather. But then see if you can balance the breath by exhaling for the same length of time. So if you're inhaling for a count of 4, then exhale for a count of 4. This yoga practice today is for bringing our nervous system back into balance. We're tapping into balancing our immune systems and our hormonal systems, so that our body can heal and be restored. There is a time and a place for vigorous yoga practices. It can be a lot of fun. But today we want to nurture and calm our nervous systems. And the very best way we can do that is by finding this balanced breath. Just let this be enough for now. Just another half a minute or so here as you soften across your forehead. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Even as you're sitting up here nice and tall. Two more breaths right here. And then release the hands down to the tops of your thighs or maybe to your knees. And we're going to keep that same breath, that nice balanced breath. And so moving with your breath, you're going to use your inhale and lift your heart, kind of squeezing your shoulder blades back towards one another and maybe lifting your chin up towards the sky if that's okay for your neck. And then use your exhale to bring the chin towards the base of the throat and sort of bring your shoulders forward so that you open up the space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, you might bend your elbows and draw your hands back up your thighs to lift your heart, open your throat any amount. Exhale, you could reach your hands forward and straighten the elbows as you round forward, opening up behind your heart. Let's find three more right here in the upper back, squeezing the shoulder blades together as you inhale and opening them up as you exhale. The next time you inhale, let's go ahead and lift the heart and maybe reach the arms out to either side, palms shining forward. And as you exhale, come back to center. Just let your hands come down by your sides. Re-tuck that chin and lengthen through the neck. Come back to your breath, nice and deep in the belly. And then we're going to inhale, reach the arms up as high as you can to the best of your ability. Maybe bringing them all the way up alongside your ears. And then use your balanced exhale to turn your palms out and bring them all the way down. Again, moving with your breath, the length that you have cultivated. Will inhale to reach the arms up, palms come up. Turn the palms out, and the arms come down. This time, as we bring the hands up, we're going to rotate the wrists in one direction. And as the arms go down, we'll reverse those rotations. Keeping with your balanced breath, let's do that 2 more times. Move at your own pace. The next time the arms are up, we'll keep them up here. Stay for the exhale. And then we'll inhale to let the shoulders come up towards the ears. And then exhale to deliberately draw the shoulder blades down and away, as if you're trying to tuck them into your back pockets. Rotate your arms so the pinkies are coming inward and you're creating more space between the shoulder blades. Make your arms strong like arrows. One more inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower the hands down to either side. Bring your palms to rest in your lap again. And just notice the rebound effects of that relatively gentle movement here. You might feel an increased warmth or tingling or a sense of energy in your hands or your arms. And then let's inhale to open the arms up once again, palms shining forward. Exhale, wrap your arms around yourself, left arm on top, like you're giving yourself a big hug. You might walk your fingers back a little bit to get a little better squeeze here. And as we've been breathing down into the belly, this time let's focus on breathing up in the chest. You'll feel your shoulders expand. You'll feel the space behind your shoulder, in between your shoulder blades expand. This might be enough for you right here, or you could kind of create a V shape with the arms, sort of pressing your left elbow into the top of the right forearm. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, lengthen the neck, and gently press into the top of that left forearm, staying forward here. Breathing into the chest, into the armpits, into the back body. If you want to go a little deeper, you could bring the backs of your hands together, or you could wrap palm to palm. So any variation there, you're going to get the same benefits. You still want the shoulder blades down the back. We're going to find that same cat and cow movement as we did at the beginning, wherever you are. We're going to inhale to lift the heart, lift the gaze, lift the elbows. Exhale, bow forward, chin to the base of the throat. One more time, inhale, look up. Exhale, bow forward. And then we'll inhale back to center. And if you like, you can tilt your hands over to the left. And just notice what that does in your shoulders, in your shoulder blades. Wherever you are, you could turn your gaze to the right and maybe even look down towards the floor. And notice how that stretches the whole left chain of the neck and the shoulders. One more full breath here, expanding all the way around the shoulder girdle. And then we'll lift the head, come back to center, bring the hands back to center, unwind the arms, maybe shake them out a little bit here. And then rest your palms to your lap again. And just notice the blood coming back into your limbs. Notice the sense of energy and vitality there. Might feel a little tingling or energetic sensation. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So let's inhale, open your arms up nice and wide. Exhale, right arm on top this time. Wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a little squeeze hug here. They say we need a minimum of 8 hugs a day, just for good health. Just for nice mental health here. And you can hug yourself. Those are just as good hugs. And you could stay right here doing the same practice we did, lifting the elbows, tilting the head, or you could find that V shape with the arms, breathing into the shoulders, or backs of the hands together, or wrap palm to palm. Wherever you are, we're going to inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze, lift the elbows. Exhale, bow forward, open up space between your shoulder blades. Tuck that chin down towards the base of your throat. 2 more like that. And then might tilt those hands over towards the right this time. Notice what that does right there at the base of your right shoulder blade, maybe into that little muscle that gets a little irritated when we use a mouse a lot. And then you could turn your gaze to the left and maybe look down towards the earth. Notice how everything is connected here. From the base of your skull, down your neck, into your shoulder, your upper arm. Couple breaths right here, all the way around the shoulders. And then we'll lift the gaze, bring everything back to center, unwind, and just take a moment to feel what's happening in your hands, your arms, your shoulders, in front of and behind your heart. Beautiful. Then we're going to open the heart a little bit more. We want to stay symmetrical in this practice today. So I'm going to turn my chair so you can see me a little bit better here. There we go. Scoot towards the front edge of your chair. And if you've got arms on your chair, you can have your hands on the arms, or you can bring your hands down to the seat of the chair, or maybe even to the back of the chair, whatever works best for your particular setup. This time we're going to open the heart and lift the gaze again, doing a variation of camel pose. Draw your elbows in towards your spine, bending your elbows. Lift your heart, lift your gaze as much as your neck is happy with here. And we're just going to open up the throat. You might tilt your head towards the right, get into the front of the left side of the neck. Tilt your head towards the left. Come back to center. One more inhale here. And then we'll exhale to come back to a nice tall spine again. Then we're going to strengthen some of the muscles around the hips and the low back to bring more stability. We do a lot of twisting and torquing in our daily lives. Our low back takes a lot of pressure and a lot of impact here. So we can do, if you want to get down on the floor and do traditional bridge posture, you can do that. Or you can be in the chair, walk your feet out a little bit farther, come as far to the front of the chair as you're okay with. And we're going to press into the hands, press in the feet, and squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the hamstrings, squeeze the butt muscles, squeeze in on the sides of the hips. We'll just inhale here, squeeze, 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 nice tight muscles. Exhale, soften and release. If you want to take it up a notch, you can lift your hips from the chair. Inhale, squeeze those glutes, open up the front of the hip flexors. Exhale and come back down. We'll do that 4 more times, whatever variation you're doing, whether you're seated on the chair, lifting from the chair, or down on the floor. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, release. 3 more times here, moving at your own pace, not place. Well, you are at your own place. And then we'll set the seat firmly down in your chair. And just notice what you notice. Beautiful. And then we'll do a little arm strengthening here as well. You can lift yourself from the seat once again. We're going to just kind of walk the feet out, walk the hands out to the front of the chair. Fingers are either pointed forward or out to the sides. Let's just bend the elbows, draw them in towards center, and then straighten the elbows, getting into the triceps a little bit here. You can be off the chair or on the chair for this. So if you're off the chair, you're doing what I'm doing. And if you're on the chair, you're just bending and straightening, kind of doing that same gentle squeeze. Whatever is best for you. Let's do 4 more. And once you've found those 4, just carefully walk yourself back to the chair, find your tall seat, and come back to your breath in the belly. Just noticing what you notice here. Then we're going to do a little bit more in the neck. I'm going to stay sideways to you. We're going to kind of slide the head back and forth on the top of the neck. So we'll sort of jut the chin out and forward, draw the shoulder blades away, and then come back to straighten and sort of make like a little double chin here for yourself, drawing the base of the skull back. Slide the chin forward, slide the chin back. 3 more times. And then we'll come back to center. And we're going to get a little more strengthening here in the upper thighs and around the low back and the hips. You can hold on to your chair for stability. And we're just going to inhale, lift the right toes up off the ground, straighten the legs, give a nice little squeeze to the front of your thigh here in your quadricep muscle, and then exhale to lower down. Inhale to extend, exhale, lower down. You can do this in the same bridge posture we did if you want to come up off the chair. Get a little more strengthening in the shoulders and the upper arms. Or if you like, you can come to stand. Bring your hand to the chair for balance, or maybe take your arms out to either side. Lift your right knee up, and then extend the leg down, out, and bring it back down. So whatever you prefer, this is wonderful for our balance. If you find it a little challenging for your balance, you could reach out for the back of your chair to help here. If you want to challenge your balance more, you could try closing your eyes. Whew. Let's do 2 more on each side. Get your toes up as high as you can, pointed up towards the sky, not out towards either side. And then we'll release, either coming back to stand or coming back to your seat. And then we'll just do a little bit more. I'll turn my chair again so you can see around the sides of the hips here. Oh, not very centered there. This time we're going to lift that right leg, lift the foot from the floor, and take the knee out towards the right. Bring the foot back to center and land it down on the floor. Pick up that left knee, out to the left, back to center, back down to the floor. Same thing here. You can come to use your chair for balance. Lift your right knee, bring it out to the side, and back to center, down on the floor. Lift the left knee, out to center, or out to the left and then back to center and down on the floor. With or without the support, you want to challenge yourself. If you want to keep your eyes open to help your balance, find a focal point out in front of you, something that's not moving that can help you with your balance. Or if you want to challenge the balance, you could close your eyes. Woo, that's a lot tougher. Let's do 2 more on each side. Feel your feet as they touch the floor. And keep that connection with your breath. The next time out to the left is the last time. And then we'll come back to center. Now we're going to use this chair to get ourselves down on the floor. So I'm just going to pull it all the way to one edge of my mat because I'm going to lay on my back with my legs resting up on the chair. So if you have yoga blocks, this is a great place to use them. If you have a rolled up or folded up blanket, towel, bolster, pillow, whatever you like, this could also be nice. So we're going to come to sit, and if you have trouble getting down on the floor from the chair, use the chair. Hold on to the chair, come down one leg, come down the next leg, and simply swing your legs out to one side or the other until you're sitting in front of the chair. Have your supports nearby, readily available. We'll kind of swing to the side here a little bit. Get yourself as close to the chair as you comfortably can. And then we're going to bring one leg and then the other up to the seat of the chair. Scoot your hips forward as far as you can. And then come to lay down on your back. This might be the perfect place for you today. But if you want a little bit more benefit of an inversion, you can press into your calves and heels so that you can lift your hips up off the ground and bring the sacrum and the low back right down to your bolster, towel, blanket, whatever you have underneath you. If you have yoga blocks, you could bring one or maybe even both of the yoga blocks in their flattest position right underneath the sacrum, and then extend the legs out from there. This is one of my all-time favorite inversions. This posture gives you all of the benefits of an inversion without having to stand on your head. All of the blood flow is coming back down towards the heart. All of the lymphatic fluid is coming back towards the heart and the abdomen to be filtered out. And that lymphatic fluid makes up 40% of the water in our bodies. It is also responsible for getting all of the immunity T cells around your body. And it is also responsible for cleaning up any cellular debris. So it's really important to nurture that lymphatic system. And unlike the circulatory system, it does not have its own pump. Our hearts pump the blood around our bodies, but the only way we can move that lymphatic fluid is by moving our tissues. We have all these little filters, these little lymph nodes that live in our armpits and behind our knees, our groin, all the little crevices of our body. And we also have dozens of them in our abdomen, all around our internal organs. So we want to keep that fluid flowing. And by doing inversions, we can invite that fluid to come back towards the abdomen, back towards the groin and the pits. to be filtered out, and help it do its job. So from here, let's come back to that nice deep belly breath. You could have your hands resting on your belly if that feels steadier for you, or you could just have your arms out to the sides, palms shining up. Come back to your balanced breath. And then the next time you inhale, focus on breathing into the upper chest again, like we did when we were practicing eagle arms and our self hugs. Breathing into the front of the chest, into the armpits, and into the space behind the heart. Couple breaths right there. And then we'll put that together, breathing first into the belly, and then filling up your chest. And then exhale to soften the chest and relax the belly. Let's find a few more breaths, nice and balanced in your own timing. Filling up the belly and then the heart region, and then softening the heart, belly. Now, if at this point you would rather come into full Shavasana to lie down flat on your mat, feel free to do that. Or you can let this be your final posture. We only have a couple more minutes here. You're hearing any noises from my side, it's garbage day in our neighborhood, so just let that sound be part of your experience to keep you anchored here. Any sounds around you on your side, just listen and let them go. As you're ready, release any control of the breath. Trust your body to take back over that process for you. And then we'll begin to find some gentle movement in the body, wiggling the toes, wiggle your fingers, open up and close your hands, extending your fingers and then curling them in, and do the same thing with your toes. Spread them out wide, extend them, and then curl them in. And then we'll rotate our ankles and wrists a couple of times in each direction. And then if you're up on a support like I am, bring your heels to your chair, press into the chair and lift off your blocks, blanket, bolster, whatever you have. And we'll come all the way back down to the back body. You can push yourself away from your chair with your feet or simply roll to one side or the other. And press yourself up to a seat on your mat or on your chair. If you want to get back in the chair, use the chair to help yourself get up. Come to your knees, 1 foot at a time. We'll come to stand, and then we'll come back to the chair. Wherever you are, whether you're sitting on the ground or sitting in your chair, or maybe you have enough time you want to stay in your Shavasana posture, please feel free to do that. Bring your attention back to your feet on the ground, your sit bones being supported, the palms of your hands. Draw the base of the skull up towards the sky once again. With your next inhale, fill the breath. Use the breath to fill the belly and the heart. Big, big, full body inhale. And then exhale, let it go with a sigh. Then together we'll reach the arms out and up with one final inhale together here. And bring those palms together, exhaling. Hands right here to your third eye, to the space between your brows, where your pituitary gland lives. That you would have kind and loving thoughts. And then bring your thumbs to your lips, that you would have kind and loving words. And then hands to heart, that you would have kind and loving intentions. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.